How does dynamic range affect a professional camera's images? Imagine capturing a scene where the sky is bright and the shadows are deep. Would your camera be able to show details in both areas? That's where dynamic range comes into play. It's like the camera's ability to see all the shades from the darkest black to the brightest white in one shot. A higher dynamic range means your camera can record more detail in very bright and very dark parts of a scene at the same time. This results in images that look more natural and true to what you actually saw. When a camera has limited dynamic range, bright areas might turn into pure white without detail, and dark areas could become just black, losing texture and color. This makes the photo less realistic and less appealing. The size and quality of the camera sensor are big factors in dynamic range. Larger sensors, like full-frame sensors, usually have a wider dynamic range because they can gather more light. This helps keep details in shadows and highlights, especially in tricky lighting situations. Better sensor technology and image processing also improve dynamic range by managing noise and tonal gradations more effectively. ISO settings matter too. Using a low ISO setting keeps the dynamic range at its best because it produces less noise. When you increase ISO to make the sensor more sensitive, noise can creep into shadows and reduce the usable dynamic range. Professional cameras often have multiple native ISO options and advanced noise reduction to help maintain quality even at higher ISO levels. Professional cameras often use special gamma curves, like logarithmic profiles, to compress the brightness range. This allows capturing more information in highlights and shadows, giving more flexibility when editing images later. Shooting in RAW format also helps because it preserves more tonal information, making it easier to recover details in post-processing. In real-world photography, a high dynamic range makes it easier to shoot scenes with complex lighting, like a landscape with a bright sky and dark foreground. You won't have to choose between losing detail in the sky or the shadows. When choosing a camera, knowing its dynamic range performance helps you get better results. Cameras with higher dynamic range give you more room to adjust exposure and improve your images during editing. This is especially important for professional work, where accurate tonal representation and image quality are key.